Hey guys, what's up? It's your neighborhood friendly 8-bit ninja King Mod Zoilus, and I'm here to show you how to change the image of your how to change the image that boots up on your PS3 when you start the system. Now, first of all, you need to be on custom firmware. You have to have a modded jailbroken PS3 in order to do this. For you folks that don't have one, sorry man, you need to get one. I do sell them. Get with me, give a thumbs up before you take off. For the rest of you, let's go ahead and continue. First, there's a series of videos that I'm making, and I believe this is probably the second one, where I show you how to change these images, change the sound that boots up when you start your PS3, and changing the waves, the types of the waves, the colors, the theme, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to show you all of that in the videos. If they're not posted, they'll be coming shortly. So make sure you watch those if you want to know in more detail how to do those things. This is the very fast version of how to change your image at boot up. Okay. Down below, there's a couple of folders. There's the one-coldboots sounds wave folder, and then there's the items for coldboot folder. There should also be a link to video number 1. I strongly suggest you watch that one first, because as you go through these videos, including this one, that video is going to show you where to put the file when you're done. Because this coldboot sound wave folder, you need to put that into your PS3, and that one's going to show you how to do it either via FTP or multiman. All right, so I put it here anyway, just for your benefit, but watch that video first, and then you can come back to here. So that way, when you're done, you know what to do. So this is the very basic way to change the image. Gone is going to be that PS3 logo, and in its place is going to be whatever image you want. That's pretty much any of the popular image formats. So because this RAF converter is going to change it, so it doesn't matter as long as it's like a PNG, JPEG, BMP, doesn't matter. It'll go ahead and change it. You also need to decide first whether you want your image to be full screen, meaning it takes up your entire television, whether you want it to take up a portion of it, or you want your image to be like a transparency, where you don't see any background at all except your waves and the color of the theme and all that stuff. So I'll show you all of that here in just a second. So go ahead and take the items for coldboot folder, and you can install these little programs that I put in here. They're free. They're just basically image editors. It's OrphanView and Paint.net. You can use any image photo editor you want. What you really need is the Easy Static RAF Converter, and you're going to put that on your desktop. Make a folder called coldboot, and then you're going to want to put your images in there. Now, if you already have images like, I don't know, your kids, other family members, your car, your girlfriend, you eating a sandwich, porn, whatever, get those images and stick them in here. If you're going to look for something on the internet, then I suggest that when you do a search, okay, and in this case, I looked for the Joker. When you do a search for images, if you want it to take up the whole screen, make sure that your image is at the very least a 1920 by 1080. Now, it could be a little bit smaller than that, and this program will stretch it out, but you want to make sure that when it stretches it out, that it still looks nice and clear and crisp. So whatever image you're going to use, it needs to look good when it's stretched out to the entire aspect ratio of your television, if that's what you want. If what you want to do is fill up the whole screen, okay? So in this case, I downloaded 3 images already. Also, whenever you're looking for an image, you may want to type transparent and PNG after it, like I did here, the Joker transparent PNG or PNG. What this does is it gives you an image with a transparent background, right? You know it's transparent because you'll see little squares here. If you don't see them here, click on View Image, because on View Image, you may still be able to see them. Sometimes I don't see them here, but I click View Image, and then I see them there. Or vice versa. I don't see them here, but I see them there, or I see them there, not here. However, so anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the transparent image. So I found 3 images. They're right here, kind of small, medium size, a large, and the transparent. So go ahead and start this Easy Static RAF program. And you're going to point it to the image you want. Now we're going to start off with the Joker large one, because let's say you want the image to take up the whole entire screen. Click on Show Preview. And here is what's going to look like when it boots up. Basically, it's telling you that this is your television. And so, see, you can't see anything in the background. And that's what's going to show in place of the PS3. These images cannot fade out like the PS3 logo does. Okay, it can only black and white images can fade in and out, and they have to be pretty small. And you can only insert them and edit them with a hex editor. You can't do it with this program. But I don't care about that. So anyway, moving on. Here's the whole entire image. So if this was like your car, your kids, your house, whatever, this is what it would look like. Now, one tip is if you want it to take up your whole entire screen, again, make sure it's, a pretty large. Even if it's something like 4,000 by 3,000, you can still come here. This program will automatically squish it down to like a 1920 by 1080. And if it doesn't, you can always make it 1920 by 1080. But I'm going to give you a tip. In reality, what you need to do is, if you want it to take up the whole screen, you need to make it 1820 by 1024. That's because when this program converts, it's going to cut off some of the edge. So if we left it at 1920 by 1080, part of our image, this much of it is going to get cut off. See all this purple, which is simulates the background of the PS3. That much is going to get cut off. So when you do 1820 1024, now when it cuts that much off, the edge of your TV should be right at the edge of your picture without any of this photo getting cut off. All right, so that's just a tip there. So let's see how it looks now that we're going to use a smaller photo, that's our image, that doesn't take up the whole screen. Hit Show Preview. And now here is this one. And you can do a lot of stuff with this. You can, because it's smaller, you can stretch it, you can zoom it, you can fill it, all that jazz. You can make it custom size, and change the size to whatever you want. 700. Oops, I don't want that. 700 by 550. There. Okay, so you can make it whatever size you want. Down here, you can move it around with these predetermined location buttons, or you can put it exactly where you want. So that's how you do the smaller photos. Now I'm going to show you my favorite, the transparent. And that's the one we're going to use. So here's the transparent Joker, and I labeled it Joker PNG, so I knew it was a transparent one. We're going to show image. And see, this is why I like the transparents, because it just shows the subject and you don't see the background. So in this one, I'm actually going to make him a little bit larger. I'm not going to do stretch because I think stretch is too much and it doesn't look all that right. So I'm going to do, since there's about a 300 point difference between the X and the Y, I'm going to do 1200 and 900. Okay, and now I'm going to move him. I want him to be more to the right where the PS3 logo comes out of, and then I want him to look like he's popping out from the bottom of my television. So I'm going to do 1500. Whoa, I think that was a little bit too much. I'm going to do 1100. There we go. And then right here, I'm going to do, let's try 250. Okay, 250 is too low. Let's do 155. Okay, 155 is good. I could make him touch the edge, but remember, a little bit gets cut off. So what I want to do is I want to leave his torso and just a little bit away from this edge here, so that there's a gap. So that way, when the program converts the image, it's going to cut away this much, and then it will look like he's coming out from the bottom of the television. So I'm satisfied with that. So whenever you're satisfied with your image, whatever image it is, hit convert, wait a few seconds, and you should get a done message in the middle of the screen. Now go back to that cold boot folder. Whatever folder your image or wherever your image was located, that's where this folder is going to pop up. And there's your RAF file. It's going to be called cold boot RAF, right? And here's a preview image, which is the one we saw. Okay. You don't have to do anything with that image. That image is already built into the RAF file. So this is just for your benefit. So I'm going to do a new folder and I'm going to call it the Joker. And then I'm going to add, you can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to add my screen dev name right there. I'm going to drag it into that folder. And now I'm going to drag it into that folder. And now I'm going to take this folder and I'm going to put it in the PS3 inside of this folder. This is the 1-coldboots-sound-wave folder. And since this is a cold boot RAF file, it's an image, it's going to go inside of the custom cold boots. So I'm going to drag it right in here. Okay, and there it is, the Joker by Zoidless. Okay, and now you can go ahead and change it on your PS3 so that when it boots up, it shows that. If you want to know how to do that, look at the video number 1 and it'll show you in detail how to do it. Now, if we have time here, I'll show you very quickly what it looks like on my TV.
Okay guys, so here we are back at the PS3. So if you're using Multiman, you need to go into the second column and enable write access to dev flash. Make sure it's enabled, okay? Then you're going to go into the file manager. Then you're going to open up this window. Now if you just made this cold boot like I did, and there it is, the Joker, okay? Somewhere around there. There we go, all right? We're going to press X on it so it turns blue, hit circle, press X again, and now it's copied, right? Now we're going to go and we can close out that window. We're going to need to open another one anyway, but you can close out that window, open up a new one if you want, and we're going to go into the dev HDD0. Now this is where you would paste that cold boot sound wave folder. And anytime you make a new cold boot, put that RAF file in a folder, and then you're going to come here and you're going to put that folder in the custom cold boots because it's an image. Right? So I'm going to come here, I'm going to go up to the top, I'm going to hit circle, and I'm going to hit paste. And then hit yes. I already have a Joker folder in there, so I'm going to hit yes again to just overwrite it. Now this window I'm going to leave open. Now I'm going to come here and I'm going to open up another one. Now we're going to go into dev blind. This folder became accessible when we hit enabled access to dev flash. If you're using FTP, you got to go into the dev rebug folder, which you only get access to if you FTP via the rebug toolbox. Then from here on out is the same for both. Go to VSH folder, then the resources folder. Now we're going to go here to that Joker, and there it is. Okay, we're going to go into it, and we're going to highlight the cold boot RAF. Press X once, then circle, X again, and then we're going to come here. We're going to press X so this window comes to the front. Okay, the resources one. We're going to hit circle, X for paste. Then we're going to hit yes. All right, and it's going to copy over the cold boot, which is right there, cold boot RAF. Okay, now we can get out of this and we can leave these windows there. If you are FTPing and you're using the rebug toolbox, you must not exit the rebug toolbox. Make sure you hit system restart and then pick full reboot or full restart. Here we're going to disable this, and now we're going to do a full system restart. Well, when you hit restart system, Multiman automatically does a full restart. So I appreciate you guys watching the video, and please give it a thumbs up, guys. Show some love. And there we go. And look, see, his waist is his waist could have been a little bit closer, so I'm gonna move it down a little bit. But I like the way it looked. It looked cool. So anyway, yeah, give a thumbs up, guys. Show some love, and watch the other videos. They'll help you out, and they're going to be even more detailed when it comes to cold boots later on, showing you Photoshop stuff and stuff with GIMP and all that jazz. So hey, much love going out to you guys. Keep the CFW scene alive. Give a thumbs up and leave some comments. I appreciate